It's sort of surprising because everybody knows what Chippendales is, but people don't know that the story behind Chippendales is in some ways way more fascinating than just the phenomenon of Chippendales itself. Sort of this true crime story about this guy's rise and eventual fall. You know, he starts off in a pretty innocent place, and then by the end of the series, he really goes through a lot of changes and ends up doing a lot of bad stuff. Initially, I was like, wow, this is so outside of the kinds of roles I've gotten to play. Am I going to be able to do this? But that's exactly what made me want to do it. You know, it was really, really thrilling when I was sort of about 80% of the way through the season. I was just so like jazzed and excited. I was like, oh my God, why do I ever do comedy? I should just do this. And then by the end of the season, I was so exhausted. I was like, okay, the next thing's going to be a comedy. Then I'll come back to something like this. I've worked with tremendous actors, but I've worked with a lot of actors who come from sort of a comedy perspective, and then to work with people who come from the other direction. You know, I've worked with a lot of Broadway performers on this, and just seeing how they approach work. And I would go to them for help too. I've never done that before. There would be some times I would be like, hey guys, I'm having trouble with the scene. Can you like work on it with me and sort of just guide me through this? And it was a very collaborative experience. We really sort of supported each other through some very tough, emotionally challenging scenes. Even if it's a scene where it's me and another person sort of being antagonistic towards each other, I liked that in between takes, we were very connected and very close. That actually helped me during the takes to go even darker, even angrier, even sadder, whatever it is. The fact that I felt really safe to go there with this person, because off camera, I loved him. I learned a lot, and I want to do that again. When I was a kid, I really wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to make comic books. I just cannot draw, and I really say that. I do not have that talent because I really put my mind to it. I really worked really, really hard for years. I could draw like 4 things, and 3 of them are Ninja Turtles. I'm just bad at it. When you see a beautiful painting, in like 2 seconds you can have this really strong emotional reaction. Like immediately it like hits you. I saw the statue of David and I was like, wow, it just like takes your breath away immediately. That reaction is so quick. So if I could, I would love to be able to draw or paint or do any kind of like visual art like that. I'd love to be able to do that.